Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Rise of Mordor action for you today, as we have some Dalian archers here loosing volleys into the ranks of the attackers, and we have an old alliance here working together. We have the dwarves of EREBOR and the men of Dale fighting side by side once again as they fight off evil. But today's evil is not necessarily that evil. It's Gondor on the assault, and they are joined by Linden, the elves of Linden. So it's actually a war between two good teams, I guess you could put it like that. Two forces of good fighting each other, or four forces of good. Gondor and the elves of Linden fighting the dwarves and EREBOR. It's going to be an epic one, I am sure. This was sent in by a member of my Discord, and yeah, this is on a just like a vanilla Attila map. So definitely be interesting to see how the units deal with just the vanilla maps, and see how well they can use these defenses to their own abilities. But you can see these Noldorian swords here. 78 men are already taking a lot of casualties from these marksmen of Dale here. And it looks like Gondor is about to engage EREBOR here. We have some EREBOR axe warriors here that are forming shield wall. Look at them, they look awesome. Don't know why Gondor and EREBOR just standing looking at each other. It's like, yep, this is fine, we can just do this. They're looking really, really awesome. These units already look like amazing. I just can't wait to see what they where they go with the mod. I know the dwarves are done, as that unit just takes an absolute beating there from an artillery shot. Really can't wait to see where they go, like Linden, for instance. Dale's obviously complete as well. Most of these factions are actually complete. That's kind of ironic, actually. Most of these factions are the complete factions that we're seeing in battle today. Bar really like Linden. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor action and would love to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, thank you for all the support on the channel when it comes to Rise of Mordor. It really, really does mean a lot. And just, yeah, we'll just keep it up. There you go, the Men of Dale and also EREBOR axe. So it's kind of fair. Men of Dale, sorry. Men of Gondor here, the Gondorian swords and EREBOR axe is very kind of evenly matched. I'd say probably just because they're attacking, Gondor will lose this one. EREBOR's infantry holds on a long time to about the last 20 or so men, and also yeah, Gondor breaks a lot earlier, and also these guys are in shield wall and they got better armor. So I'd say why they will lose that. I mean, Dwarven Company here though are losing to some Noldorian swords. No surprise here. The Dwarven Company being the lowest tier sword unit available to the dwarves. These guys are not expected to hold long against these elite shock infantry the elves can bring and just spam out, really. Got some more EREBOR axe warriors here that are fighting the Noldorian warriors here. Also got shipwright nobles already landing. Some elite swords already been committed. Really bold there by the attackers. And again, down here, looks like they're sending more shipwright nobles in. It seems like the elves are not holding back. As I said, EREBOR axe warriors, they were winning for a bit, but now they are gone back to even. They should just batter through these units, this unit here in particular. This is shipwright nobles should just clean through the Dwarven Company here. Especially with the shock infantry supporting, even if it's weakened because of all those archers. They should do just fine. Looks like Dale's holding his troops back. Looks like we're not really going to see... I mean, we're seeing some Dalian infantry going up now since the Dwarven Company is starting to break. So it looks like we're going to see some Dalian swords get committed. They're going to fight some elves of Linden. I mean, the numbers are not in favour of the attackers, really. They're actually outnumbered. They did start with more numbers, but have lost considerable amounts since. Lost over 500 men, and the defenders have lost 300. So it's a good start by the defenders, but they are using a lot of ammo up on these much more vulnerable units like the shock infantry of Linden. Linden's a really tough faction to use on the attack, as it does have these two-handed elven sword units that are... Well, obviously they are very hard. They can't really protect themselves. They don't have a shield to protect themselves from archer fire. So obviously Gondor is a very handy ally to have, because they're probably going to spam out a lot of those Gondor sword infantry, which do have some good armor, good shields, so they can kind of protect the elves. And when they mix together like this, it's a really nasty combination. You see arrows coming in now. It's starting. This is who's firing archers here. Firing arrows here. It's the Noldorian archers. They're firing in, and they're going to hit these EREBOR axe warriors in the flank. They're going to do a lot of damage. And it's starting to slowly turn this combat in favor of Gondor because of the archer support from the elves. Let me know in the comments who you're rooting for. Are you rooting for the elves and Gondor? Are you rooting for the dwarves and Dale? Are you more of a dwarven fan, or are you more of an elven fan? That's what I want to know. We've got some shipmen now coming in. They're trying to support their dwarven ally. Hopefully these guys use their javies. I don't know if they did. No, they didn't. They should use every single thing that, like, every single weapon they have available to them. I did see over here, but it seems like it's disappeared. I don't know what happened. Oh, I did not see this. Oh my gosh, I was not paying attention. So it looks like we've seen like a sally out by like some I don't know what it was by. What sallied out? But there was 2 elven units over here, and they look like they've been sallied on by something. I'm not quite sure what this was. The side, maybe it's like some Dalian cav. Looks like it might be, or was it escort mercenaries? I have no idea. I do apologize. I did not realize that, but there was like a little small force over there. And it just got kind of like taken out. Noldorian questions are like lingering around now. I guess making sure there's no more sally outs. But it seems like it was dealt with, whatever it was. But I think there was 2 sword units here, and they look like they've at least been weakened. I mean, they may be not on the ram anymore, so you can't see them. I think they're maybe dead actually. So that's a good start there as well for the defenders, getting some good kills there. So I know this shipman, that's why I was kind of like went over there, because this shipman was defending that gate from any potential like little attacks from over there. Seems like it's been dealt with, whatever it was. The shipmen are also turning around this combat. These Gondor swords are just too weak. There you go. Seems like catapult's firing. Is that the trebuchet back there? I think it is. Where is it? Back here, all the way over here. This trebuchet still firing in. It's got in trebuchet. There's a fixed artillery position piece in Rise of Mordor, but it's got some really good range. And as you can see here, the dwarves are starting to break. Dwarven company's gone. They're finally being able to take this gate. Have the attackers. What a cost! Same over here. These dwarven axe warriors getting chopped down. EREBOR axe warriors being reduced to almost nothing, and they look they're breaking. So this area over here is starting to be lost by the defenders, even though they won this area with the shipmen. There's still a lot to go. More Gondorian infantry now flooding in. Over on this side, as I just skip on by it, looks like with the shipwright nobles also turning it around here. And archers as well are supporting the attack. I believe that's more Noldorian archers. They just run out of ammo actually. Oh, and this one still has ammo. It's kind of obstructed though. Bloodied up, fighting on harder. Those crossbows are now going to just duel with them. I think they are. I think they're going to just duel and just fire into the elves though. It's not a bad idea. Crossbows get a good angle from here. And they're now just going to fire out and hit those archers there, and they should do some pretty decent damage. So they need to make sure to get back as soon as like this unit starts to wave. I start running these crossbows back. I mean, they're already pretty weak anyway. Cavalry is like sprinting on in. I don't know if it realizes there's a bunch of traps down here. There's loads of caltrops and stuff like that. They need to be careful. That Elven cav is going to get itself killed as it comes flying on in. Yeah, there it goes. All dying. Not all dying, but a few units here and there dying. And this is really expensive Elven cav, so it doesn't want to just go and throw its like stuff away. But most of it did get in. It should have. If they were more aware of like everything around them, they would have been fine. It looks like already Dale and EREBOR are starting to retreat and defend this next layer. And it seems like already EREBOR's taking a bit of a hit from the trebuchet here. These spear guards taking a bit of a pounding, and these guys are really hard to break through. Spears are usually hard to break through, but EREBOR spears, that's another whole thing. Yeah, it seems like yes, there was some Dalian cavalry regiment, and they must have gone out there and dealt with that that little expedition. And it looks like we're going to see the Elven Cav fly on in here into the Catapult Crew, and then into the Bardings, maybe. And now the Elves. Oh, it's so dark. So there we go. The Elves and the men of Dale are going to duel it out, and I imagine the Elves are going to win, not win this, because it's Vineland Guard now in it, and Bardings. They didn't really get a great charge on the Bardings. And they're just going to have to get out of there now. What did that guy get hit by? Was that the artillery? I think that might have been friendly artillery just hit them. And yeah, Spear's going to chase as well. And it looks like, I mean, the Noldor Equestrians are going to get another like rear charge on the back of this Dalian sword here. It's a small win, and they're going to get these crossbows. But they're going to get hunted down pretty soon. Very soon indeed, it would seem. But, I mean, let's have a look at the numbers quickly. Numbers are, I mean, slightly in favour of the attackers, but, I mean, it's not that bad. It's only 300-man difference. The defenders do have the defences, so that is reassuring. And they've still got archers over here, archers of the Red Mountain. These guys will be very handy. Full ammo. Not the greatest of bows because they're Dwarven bows, but they'll be good enough. Hopefully Dale's still got some bows. Yeah, he's still got Marksman of Dale back here. We've still got more Marksman of Dale. And Bardings with full ammo. So yeah, they're pretty set on ammo. So they're going to have to just like put a lot of ammo into these attackers here. They're going to have to play it smart, are the attackers. To avoid just being focused on. Bardings here also have a decent amount of ammo. Jeez, it looks like Dale really went all out on those archers. Really did. The artillery's still alive as well. It still has a decent amount of ammo as well. So they need to keep that protected. I'd certainly set up these Vineland Guards and certainly try and protect it. But it looks like the attackers are very much inside now. They've got Noldorian nobles in here. We've got Citadel Guard, Fountain Guard just waiting outside. So we've got some really, really good units still to come for the attackers. We're just running down this poor airball crossbow. These Noldorian Equestrians just going for the easy kills. Oh, and then Dale's coming in, just going to like deal with this tiny little cav unit. Is that enough? He's like, you've done enough damage to my... Dwarven ally. How dare you? And then we've got some shipwright nobles coming in, trying to chase down Dale. This shipwright noble's just taking so many casualties. Kind of bizarre they sent these guys in like so early on. I mean, these are really, really good sword units. So if I imagine having these at the end of the battle. Looks like we're going to see a see this Dalian cavalry regiment. It looks like it's going to get pinned down again. I think they really want to kill it just to try and stop any sort of I would have pinned it down. There's no law in a question here. Fresh new unit. I mean, outnumbers the Dalian cavalry regiment, and then you can send in your shipwright nobles, pin it down. We find oh they have. They've got this one. They've got a lot of Elven cav. Possibly too much. I'm thinking. I think the elves brought maybe too much cavalry to this siege. So my first criticism possibly of his roster. The spear guards are ready. Looking awesome. They really do. And they've got the crossbows behind. Oh, that's going to be so nasty. Anything that comes in this choke point is getting focused down. So it looks like at the moment it's the elves. Like Elven cavalry is just getting focused. Why are we getting off the getting off the barricade? That's such a good position. Such a nice position. But it looks like the attackers are kind of slowing it down. Just kind of want to deal with this cav. Seems like their main occupation at the moment. But yeah, I guess just while there's like a little bit of a break, I would just say, well, I mean, there's not really much to say actually. To be fair, I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this this battle. It certainly started off pretty quickly. A lot of intense fighting going down here. If they have artillery, the defenders, I would be firing it in here right now. Gondor is so blobbed up. There's generals in here. You got Arthurian Rangers. You've got Gondor sword infantry. I really wouldn't probably bring Arthurian Rangers. Certainly not to this battle because well you can see them. They do well off basically being hidden. They've got really good accuracy, so they can do a lot of damage in an arch, like with their arrows. Their armor is so sucky. Like I said in my Gondor unit overview. Which if you haven't checked out, I'd recommend you go and do so. Gives you an idea of what units you should bring, what you shouldn't bring. Yeah, Arthurian Rangers basically they can't duel out very well in a fight, and they're very expensive. You don't always get your money out of them. They're also good in combat, in fairness, but that's not where you buy an archer to bring it into combat, really. So I'd recommend always bringing Gondor archers. I mean, I say that, but I often like to bring the Bardings wherever they are. Bardings, which are really good in combat themselves, and are also Oh, we've got cavalry down here now. We've got a general in here. This is all this Elven cavs just engaged with the Ravanian region here of Dale. That's kind of major. I mean, I can see some halberds coming up. We've got Lake Town Guard now arriving. The elves are in a little bit of trouble. They've got Vineland Guard down here as well. Got a general over here as well. Gondor's general's got over. He's also like 11 men just crossing this entire stretch. That's possibly one too many. Got the elves doing a bit of a rear charge now into the back of this Lake Town Guard. Not a bad charge, not a great charge. Because now when they leave this combat, yep, a lot of them are going to die like that. I'd just not really charge this unit. It's not what you want to charge. Just get your arrows up, start shooting them down. The elves, that's another thing actually, to be fair. The elves use a lot of ammo. Just getting into this city. Like these two units here, not got a lot of ammo left. This one and the other one out of ammo is a little concerning. It is kind of like Gondor's got most of his ammo left, and that's it. But yeah, it seems like all the Elven Cavs are now going to die. Don't know why they're bothering taking all these gates, and like nice Silver Swan losing a lot of men unnecessarily, I think. We're going to see a charge. Please don't tell me I'm going to charge. Oh, thank God. I thought they were going to charge in these Lake Town Guards. I mean, if anything, you charge as Vineland Guards, but I mean, this is a real risk. Like this could easily get trapped. And also, there's a lot of archers. Yeah, here we go. We're going to see a charge of the Vineland Guard. Rear charge. So it could be a pretty decent one. I do apologise. The angle in the darkness is not looking great. I mean, how many men did they lose? Losing like a fair amount. Looks like 30 or so now, but the cav is starting to also lose. See, this is looking pretty dicey for Gondor right now. And look at this. You can see that the halberds getting across. There's no way they're getting out now. They are trapped. And this is what I thought. I did think when they went in down this, like down here, these two units only have to turn around. There's nothing else threatening them. And there you go. Gondor's general's dead. Look, they were blocked from two angles. The two Wardens at one end, which look insane. And then we've got the Lake Town Guard at the other. They were not getting out of this corridor of death. So there you go, yeah. Gondor's general's dead. He's leaderless now. I mean, Gondor's got a large army left as well. A lot of good units. Could have done with that general. Especially when it's so close in numbers. Like, a general being alive or dead could be the difference. These Noldorian nobles, I just get them moving, get them into this choke point. Like, if they're just going to stand here and get shot up, like, they're an elite unit, they can take a lot of hits, but no need to take the hits unnecessarily. Send in a unit, attack this spear. It looks like we've got the Noldorian nobles doing just that over on this side, so he's got more than one, which is good to see. Got shipwright nobles as well coming up. I can hear it, I can see in the background. There's two very, very elite units now being sent in by the elves. And over on the other side, it looks like, yeah, look at this Noldorian noble getting focused down. It should have just stayed back, which was probably the better move, because Dale has so much ammo just to pour into this unit. Or needed to get into combat just to stop it from being shot, but even still, it's probably going to get shot then. It's a rough sight to see this second Noldorian noble just get vaporized. But it's still a bit of a danger. I mean, I say that as this guy just gets speared here. Got archers now firing in. The Thillian Rangers trying to duel it out, I presume, with the Bardings. Bardings have a lot more armor, a lot more armor. Don't have much ammo left though. Really, I wouldn't bother shooting these guys. I'd probably start thinking about maybe shooting. Well, I don't know, anything. I don't know. Maybe shoot just shock infantry. This Barrack Guard are taking a lot of beating as well. And we've got pole arms like here, Lake Town Guard, two Wardens, very, very elite stuff. It's they've got a lot of archers left. I mean, if they can break through one of these points, there is a lot of archers to kill. A lot. Is there a gap forming over here? No, not quite yet. spears are doing not so great. They're certainly not doing as they're doing even worse over here. Having a real rough time. These Noldorian nobles are really healthy. I don't know why they're pouring so much in here. This is not good. They don't need to pour a third fresh unit in here. This Gondor sword infantry doesn't need to be in here. These Noldorian nobles and the general as well is enough. I mean, I don't know why they're sending in the general. Like I said, Noldorian nobles doing enough. Maybe a sword unit would have been okay. So just like then shields to help protect the spears and the pikes. But you don't need two, because that's just going to cause blobbing. It looked like we're going to. I thought we were about to see some over there, some serious blobbing. I didn't realise the ship. Oh, this must be that really weak shipwright noble got sent in. It's down to 2 men. 2 men fighting against 100. Where's that artillery? It is there. So it looks like they are going to try and loop it all the way back round. Not a bad idea. We're going to see Marksman and Dale maybe get sent in? Or are they just running really close to the front line? EREBOR spear guards are losing though now. These Noldorian nobles are just goddamn nasty. There you go, this unit's starting to break, and these crossbows now maybe a little bit endangered, but I mean they can still got a lot of shots they can just fire off now. I mean now I'd just be firing rapid fire into this blob. Or if they weren't already, then you need to be now. Like, there's just fish, it's like fish in a barrel, you just can hit so many infantry. Hopefully they're going to start destroying this barricade now, the attackers. No, don't know if they can. They should be able to. Concerning for the defenders over on this side. EREBOR is still losing. I mean, they sent those marksmen to Dale in, but they're not going to change the fight too much. They've got, what, a little sword to fight against a guy, an elite elven warrior with a big old stick with a poison blade on the end. And their response is to send in their own elite halberds, the 2 Mordors. Not a bad idea.
The enemy is breaking down one of our barricades.
And there you go, they are breaking down the barricade. I don't know what happens if they actually destroy the barricade with the crossbows on. I presume they just have to get off it. I don't think they die. I don't think they like fall down and die. It's not like it's a big wall. I don't know. I have to find out. But again, lots of blobbing over here by the attackers. This maybe is a little bit too much blobbing. I also would have fallen back those halberds because they're getting focused down now by archers of the Red Mountains. I mean, at the same time though, they are kind of protected by this barricade here. It's kind of like serving them a purpose while they're destroying it at the same time. It's taking them a little while to destroy it. Quite a lot of units being committed into just destroying the barricade, and it's still taking quite a while. Noldorian nobles here losing. It's a good sign there for the dwarves. These extra new troops have been sent in here, clearly helping out. The 2 wardens doing their bit. Seem like they're a bit spread out at the 2 wardens though. Their formation looks really loose. Doesn't feel like you're getting a proper phalanx there. Like, look at them, they're all spread out because of all the other units intermingled. Surely that's not good for the formation. Oh, this is going to be painful. So when they break through the barricade, they'll have to engage this Vineland Guard here with the attackers. And then these crossbows here are going to get a nice volley into them as they come through. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate there. So the halberd's going to be the first ones in. These Noldorian nobles down to what, 6 guys? They're brave, but they're also being stupid. I mean, at the same time, it's such an elite. It's a gone unit now, elite or not. It's finished. And in they go. It looks like Gondor and the Noldorian swords now committing. Oh, these are Noldorian archers. That's not that good. Are they out of Noldorian swords? It looks like they are. It looks like elves are almost out. It's now 1800 versus 2000, so the attackers have got a 200 man advantage. They've still got the artillery though, the attackers. And there's, like I said, there's a big blob here. Oh my gosh, look at the attackers, sorry. Did I say the attackers had the artillery? I meant they had the defenders had the artillery. I don't know if I did say that. But the attackers here, this is one of the biggest blobs I've ever seen. You just don't do this. Don't do this, guys. If you're playing any Total War, all you're doing is tiring out your teams, like your troops, and you're making massive targets for archers and also for artillery when that arrives. That's taking its merry time on moving. It sounds like it's now firing though. Yeah, look at this. That one seemed like, luckily, that one sort of hit, but only just like the backs of it. Not got like a proper direct shot yet, but it's firing from all the way back here. Can't wait to see it actually like land a really nice hit in the middle. That'll be really, really good. It looks like we've got mansion reclaimers coming up. Got all sorts now still coming up. The attacks are committing almost everything. I mean, this is not the smartest of ideas. You don't commit every single man. You keep reserves. That's why you have reserves. So if you find like a gap in the line, you can exploit it. But also, so you don't just blob up like this. Still got the elves in here. The Noldorian nobles are still poking away. Seems like the Bardings over here are kind of struggling a little bit. They're losing decisively, actually. I don't know whether these guys got debuffed or something. They don't seem to be as good as they used to be in combat. That's just my opinion. I think they're just a little bit weaker. There you go, they're being forced back now by the elves. Are they fighting around the back or at all? No, we've got cavalry and pikes coming around. And there's nothing here now because the attackers have sent everything here. They had units blocking here as well. Now they don't. So you were about to see Dale's general probably do some really nice rear charges into either of these two options. Why are the attackers sending in archers with ammo? Ithilien Rangers, they have ammo. What are they doing? Here we go though, a rear charge, looks like it's coming for these elves. Oh yeah. Don't see many of those elves getting up. Yep, they're wavering. And look at this, looks like Dale's going to try and find a way to get around. I mean, there's not really a gap. He's going to get his halberds in the back, and that's going to be devastating. Yeah, they're running down this elven unit. That's probably going to break properly now. Where's their general? Is there a general in here? Yeah, oh yeah, he's losing decisively. Dale's general also now in the rear lines. Get the halberds in there, they can just close off and make this a tomb for the attackers. It's going to be awful. They'll just be fighting desperately to try and get through this side. There's halberds here, Lake Town guards. They've got no halberds of their own here. They're in trouble. The pikes here are losing as well. Looking the wrong way, that's why. What are the attackers doing? They're just throwing away any sort of chance they have of victory. Numbers are now in favour of the defenders. Tomb Wardens holding the line. Barrack Guard in there now as well. These are fresh units. Archers of the Red Mountain will hold their own as well in combat. That's the thing. What's this? Oh, it's the Spear Guards are back. Still got like fresh Vineland Guards and Mansion Reclaimers going in. Artillery getting a really nice hit. Look at that. That was mainly all Gondorian troops there dying. A few dwarves, but mainly Gondorian stuff. Really, really nice. They need to like hit slightly further back, and they're just going to get all Gondorian kills. This artillery could get like hundreds of kills easily. Crossbows. Move the halberds in. I mean, or just like, or not move them, but like certainly like need to adjust them so the elves can't get out. Basically, no, I don't think they could get out. Gondor is in a real sticky position now.
And this is what happens when you just send everything in.
You send everything in, you allow yourself, and the defenders hold you back with like they were holding these like this mass back with so much less troops. Oh, they got another decent hit down here. Like they only had like what, maybe 2 units of their own in here to start with. There is more now, but it allows the defenders to like obviously send troops around the back. They have reserves they can do other stuff with. And they can end up just surrounding you like this. This is why you don't just send everything in and blob and just be like super aggressive. Mainly because you can tire out like troops unnecessarily, and also you end up getting surrounded often or just being outplayed. So there you go, guys. A little bit of a lesson for you. Don't do this. The attackers as well were doing a pretty decent job like initially. I mean, yeah, they used a lot of their ammo up. That was maybe a little bit of an issue. I mean, they had lost Gondor's general. That's like those two persons out of it. They were doing pretty well. They managed to take the front wall while inflicting a decent amount of casualties on the defenders. If only they hadn't lost Gondor's general. It looks like we're seeing a mass rout now. Gondor archers breaking, sword infantry breaking. These Sicilian rangers are still in combat. Why they are, I don't know. They should be firing like what remains of their ammo off. Fountain Guard getting beheaded by Barrack Guard. Fountain Guard aren't even using their pikes. Oh, some really good hits here by the artillery. Coming in, burning and scorching the earth that's been trampled by so many Gondorian boots. Citadel Guard, they'll hold for a long time as well. They're a pretty good offensive spear unit, along with the Iron Guards. Both really, really good in the offense as well as defense. I think it's probably just got something to do with their good armor and big shields. The Dale and the Doors throwing almost everything in right now. It looks like, look at this as well. You can see Noldorian archers, and we have the general. I think this might be the general. Yeah, Shipwright Noble's breaking. They just all like ran onto those Lake Town Guards, I think, which are now setting up behind. This is looking really rough right now for. Well, I didn't even realize the Dalian swords are here as well. And they're starting to break everything here while they just chain around all those Gondorians. So now it just leaves this flank. So yeah, that flank's entirely gone. They could just reproduce it, just go all the way around, which they might do. Just surround this big blob. Might be the quickest way to kill it off. But I mean, Gondor is starting to get pushed back gradually, because his unit's getting tired out. And yeah, if you kept reserves basically, if you kept reserves instead of sending everything in, if Dale tried to outflank you, you could then counterflank. And you kill his unit before he kills yours off quicker. More than likely, anyway. So that's why you keep reserves. As most of those artillery shots miss. They got off clipped again and clipped a few Gondorians, but nothing major. Seems like the old alliance, the trusted alliance of the elves and Dale, is going to beat the alliance of Linden and Gondor, which have actually worked together a few times. In fairness, we've done a few scenarios where, in like Lord of the Rings lore, the elves of Linden and Gondor have allied together and worked together. It's quite an unlikely alliance, is how I'd put it. I would have thought like Rivendell was a bit closer and you'd ally with them first. Maybe they've not got as much of a military. More artillery going off. Where's that one hit? I'm looking for the fiery balls. I don't see any. Did they just go to normal shot? They might have hit in there just now. I'm not sure. As you can see, look at this mass coming behind. I hope these crossbows just fire into the back of them. That'll be just deadly. It seems like that is the case. Yeah, see, if you had reserves now, you could send like a reserve unit up in column here, and you could flank the Barrack Guard. you can't, because you've got everything tied down now in combat. And also because if you... oh, look at this. Mass route now. If you even try to take anything back... yeah, there you go. Mass route. And yeah, if you try to take anything out of combat right now, it would just break. And there you go. A Pyrrhic victory for Dale and the Dwarves. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. So yeah, this one was sent in by ACG, also known as Wazy, who was playing as Dale. He got some pretty good kills, certainly with his Cav and Archers. 275 kills with Ravanian Regent General. His swords did okay, even like his best sword unit was actually a Dalian sword getting 95 kills. His Violent Guard didn't really get too many kills. His polearm's got 105 kills, and his Barding's got 228 and 118, so some good kills there. And his Artillery getting 109 kills, so really well done there. Then we have Assassin Goldie, who's playing as Erebor. His like cheap infantry didn't really get any kills, but his more like elite Erebor Axe Warrior is getting 140 kills. His Dwarven Barrack Guard getting 190, 185 kills. His Halberdiers getting, or his Tomb Wardens I should say, getting 101 kills. And then his crossbows getting 167 kills, so really, really well done there. Then we have Super Cyborg Man, who's playing as Gondor. Nothing getting like masses of kills here, unfortunately, for him. His Trebuchet got 153, which is pretty good. But yeah, he's like Gondor swords, which can often get like 100 or so kills. Best one here getting 89 kills. His Citadel Guard getting like nothing amazing here, which is a real shame because they are really expensive. His Fountain Guard getting like less than 50 kills, again the shame. Thin Rangers, he would have been better just bringing Gondor Archers, then he could have saved some money and spent it elsewhere. That's what I certainly would have done. But yeah, he certainly shouldn't have like blobbed up at the end. He's just got to be patient in a Rise of Mordor siege. Just got to be patient and just hope that you can like break through, and you're sending in little bit by little bit, because you don't want to like throw your whole hand in, because then you're just showing what you've got to the defenders, and then they can just kind of counter you effectively, more effectively. Then we've got Asker here with Lyndon, who was did a pretty good job, and we got some pretty good kills. His Shipwright Nobles here getting 165 kills. His Noldorian Swords getting 128, 135. His Noldorian Nobles did okay, but again they kind of didn't really get protected really well by Lyndon, getting 100 kills though. His Archers only getting 82 kills. I mean I say only. They were shooting at dwarves, I guess, so that's pretty hard kills. And then his Noldorian Equestrians over here getting 71 kills is the best one there, I think. But there you go, guys. That is the siege for today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.